What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Knights playthrough. Last episode turned out to be fairly short, so I apologize for that. Even though it was the first episode of my recording session, I'm starting at like 1 a.m., guys. I apologize. I just struggle to find the time, and I get really paranoid that my episodes, when my memory is not serving me well. I should use a timer. That's what I should do, legitimately. But yeah, the issue, guys, when a video gets really long for me, it becomes a serious problem because it takes ages to upload. So I kind of freak out and overreact sometimes, I suppose. Yes, our unrest is good. So if we go ahead and declare this war, welcome back, guys, to the Knights playthrough where we're gonna take a big chunk out of the Ottomans this episode. And our allies are going to do most of the work. And now that we're at war, we should fulfill all of the requirements to spawn the Court and Country disaster. Surprisingly, some people still ask, like, why do I want to spawn the disaster? I say surprisingly because among the community, it's kind of well known that it's kind of stupid in a way that a disaster is beneficial, but if your absolutism is high after the 10 years, so it's going to be 1649, that once you recover from court and country, your maximum absolutism is increased. And absolutism affects your discipline, but more importantly, it affects your admin efficiency, which is just amazing. We can see here that we have like 3-to-1 ratio or more. In this war. And of course, the Polish have stronger ideas, so this should be easy breezy, hopefully, this war. Now, I'm not coring these up, guys, because I want this to proc. So I'm going to wait. And with that in mind, I'm pretty sure that... uh-oh, this is a problem. Oh no! I hired these troops, but it's going to take a while for my navy to get down there, god dang it. We might get a little bit Rick-a-ronied over there. Got a lot of rebels to deal with. Shoot, man. Let's bring these guys down here as well. Yep. I might delete these while I can. I don't have the modifier where I get back my manpower, but I might delete them while I can. Ah, feels bad, man. It's inevitable that those guys are about to get wrecked. I do want to go separate piece that nation, though, because he's been allied to the Ottomans forever, and it's driving me nuts. As I can easily get Holy War CB with him. So at the very least, I want to break my alliance with that guy. Nations jumping into the coalitions, but that should no longer be an issue once we're out of this war. This war is what's emboldening them, because they think we're vulnerable while we fight the Ottomans, but we should be just fine. I can tick up my military up to 19. Alright, so this is progressing at 2 each month. It's going to take ages, but once it spawns, it's good. And the negatives of having absolutism, or the court and country, what am I saying, is not too bad. It's not that devastating. I do want to try and maintain these allies, guys, so I will use my diplomats here. Of course, hoping that England helps us out in the war against the Spanish in the future. It's kind of the idea, because the Spanish are strong with their French subject. And I've got to try to refrain from boosting my stability or anything like that, which I kind of just have a habit of doing. You know, we're letting our country collapse a little bit here. That's the idea. Going into East Africa would be pretty nice as well, so I think I will annul this guy's alliance. That would give us a bunch of merchants up and running. Oh, didn't mean to run into those rebels, but we took them out at least. That's good. I think I will convert. I think we have enough. We're doing just fine. Our war exhaustion is increasing. I think we're doing just fine in regards to having the spawn. That only does a little bit. Okay, so 27,000. It's pretty close, but we should be okay, I think, to take this guy's capital if these troops can reinforce. Yeah, I might hesitate, guys, to improve my relations with the Papal State as I kind of want to declare war on him, and then I'd kind of like to have the ability to do that without losing stability. Wait, we don't have deploy ideas yet, do we? We do, but I have not completed them, of course. I was wondering what this does, good relations, when you get the half effect. It might just lose prestige, similar to breaking a royal marriage when you get this lowered impact on diplomatic actions. Didn't really think about that one. Let's bring our outdated navy over here to participate in this naval battle and try to steal some fleet. So he's got 21. Holy balls, he's got 21. Okay. Well, I might retreat here. 21. Seems that they're outdated as well, though, because we smashed them really effectively there. Alright, so we just about did the dirty on him, that nation. Nice quick war. Let's go siege this stuff back. In fact, let's just use these exiles troops in this manner. Alright, so we might have a bit of an issue with the Commonwealth not giving us occupations or anything like that, but it is what it is. I'm happy to take sort of inland provinces anyway. Not a big deal. Nice. These rebels are basically cleaned up, but we're going to have a lot more coming because we're intentionally keeping our unrest up. And we're doing pretty well. 32 war score. We're doing pretty well in terms of progressing on this war. So I am going to try to time it so that I'm coring up while the Court and Country disasters spawning. Okay, let's kind of send one fleet back over. And it looks like we can raid these fools. Sailors and money, that's what it's all about. So I don't like the fact that that guy had an even comparable fleet. Let's try to build up more transports and more heavies. Otherwise, god dang it. Mike, do you hear the meowing? I have to open the door for my cat, who made a strategic entrance through my window. Just a second. Yeah, my cat uses my window as a door in the middle of the night, and then just meows at the door. It's all good. Haha! Get out maneuvered, fools. Okay, it's almost like the pain and suffering of this campaign is a thing of the past, guys. This feels amazing. We're wealthy, manpower's high, sailors are ridiculously high. I completely forgot to raid like the noob that I am. Let's go back and try again. Defeating the great power, the fifth great power of the Ottomans, like it's no big deal. Life's good in the hood, and we're gaining a ton of admin points because of my 6 in admin right now, my power projection being up, and my rank 3 advisor. However, okay, we're just genuinely too early here. Let's just go wait a few months. I'm surprised our ruler is living as long as he has already, and I'd be surprised if he makes it the rest of this episode. Crap, we're capped on our military points. Let's tick up for -5. How are we doing here? Alright. Yeah, we just basically have to stay at war, I'm kind of sorry to say, while our disaster is progressing. It's going to be really nice to kind of unite these areas. Truce with Mali comes up this year, and hopefully, I still remember ballsing that up last time. That felt quite bad. So here's hoping that we can do that better. Yeah, what can I say? More appropriately. We seem to be doing just fine in terms of keeping our unrest up. Religious unity is improving, but our war exhaustion is sort of digressing, and we seem to be doing just fine in terms of keeping our unrest high. This is annoying. Let's stand in the jungles, maybe. Screw it. Let's complete our admin ideas. Doing poorly on admin, but yeah, it is what it is. We're just chilling here. I mean, the amount of admin efficiency you gain from the court and country is by far worth. Especially, you know, at least we have something to spend our admin on, you know. It's not like we're not spending it on anything. Alright. I'm kind of wondering if we can bait him into the jungle. Gotta be careful we don't get stack wiped or anything. 3 shock, eh? It's a nuisance fighting these rebels when we kind of ought not to be. But that's the life of somebody who's trying to proc this disaster. We're doing really well in terms of war score with the Ottomans. That's not going to be an issue at all, which is a bonus for us. And truces up with Mali. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. Should be an easy war. Okay, so in regards to this guy, I can probably raid this area up here already, which I kind of forgot about. there's a core, which funnily enough I kind of want to avoid because I want to spend my admin efficiently. That gives us CB out here in the east. Not quite, but it will unify these areas. I mean, we already have CB out here in the east. Kind of tempted to do that. Take inland provinces, and speaking of which, his navy seems to be quite retreated. Let's go around raiding with our lightships. Which move very quickly. I'm not 100% sure, guys, if you can... Yeah, you can't raid your friends. Interesting. Okay, so I'll make sure, due to the occupations, I mean, I'll make sure to raid this area immediately once this war has ended, which is waiting on this before it has ended, and I suppose coring territory up as well. Whew, tons of unrest to deal with. Or revolts. Now, we have a nice 10% production modifier here, guys, which I think lasts for quite a while, like 10 years or something, but it will actually go away. So that's affecting our economy nicely. Kind of have to take that into consideration if I am going to really try to amp up my volume of navy and land forces. That this isn't exactly our true wealth. But I mean, we're reinforcing tons of troops right now, and we're doing just fine. We're staying in the positive, so that's good to see. But naturally, I would like to get my economy so high that we can have rank 5 advisors and so on, admin in particular. It's all about that admin. You know, if we don't have a 6 admin ruler, which is not completely within my control. Okay, unrest is just fine. It's almost up to 2. It needs to be above 1. And I will begin coring up the provinces which are currently uncored shortly. And of course, once the court and country disaster has procced, I will be getting my stability back up to 3, it looks like, unless my ruler has died. Then it'll be 2 and hopefully 3 soon after. Appears that we pretty much have the war score against the Ottomans. I wonder if we could ever spawn rebels here if it's surrounded. I doubt it. Looks like the unrest is about ready to spawn on him. However, it's the wrong kind of rebel faction, of course, because the Ottomans are like unbreakable. No! 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 Okay. I have to lose stability here. Because if our unrest went down, that would have eliminated the court and country disaster, which cannot happen. Dude, if I already had Diplo ideas, that would have screwed me. How rude is that, man? Okay, I think we can kind of raid around this area, so let's do it. it just occurred to me, no, that's too soon. Probably down here is we can raid sooner. Let's get rid of this. That state edict is improving my state maintenance, which I'm not a fan of. Yeah, this is pretty tedious, but soon it's hard for me to judge. I will core up our provinces. I could probably do it already, honestly. Okay, a lot of these rebels have finally been dealt with. Going through my manpower like crazy, but it's mostly from... Oh! 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 Guys, there is a chance here that... This is Regent. Oh my goodness, the future is going to start becoming intense, guys. Oh my goodness. If we break our alliance now, basically, effectively, then... Okay, let me just do some quick calculations. This needs to improve by 32, which means it needs to take 17 months. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just call the stuff up now, and the thing will spawn before the course finish. I'm going to break my alliance as soon as this war is over. I can't really do it while we're at war. I could, but I think it will negatively affect relations even more. Now, the issue is, guys, he could rival us. We're a valid rival. If he's not allied to us, he could rival us. I mean, he doesn't even desire Morocco's land, so I think we're pretty good in that regard. Our relations will be positive, and he has valid rivals. So we kind of have to, yeah, just hope and pray that he doesn't rival us, because that will ruin everything. But here's the deal, guys. He's got a regent, and his heir will come of age. So from my experience, it's about 50-50 when the heir comes of age that he doesn't have an heir. We share dynasty. So at that stage, of 5 years' time, boom, claim throne, attack him, and get those PUs. But again, it's about 50-50, which is pretty good odds. Our papal influence is currently capped out, which I don't like, and it's going to be capped out for months. So I'm going to boost my mercantilism there. Let's go up to deal with these rebels. Ah, Spain's dealing with it for me. Thank you, sir. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Yeah, definitely some pretty intense stuff. We need a bit of luck on our side. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like we were not very lucky in the early game. And everything's kind of coming to a head here. I would really appreciate it if we could get some nice, good lucks when we kind of need it. Now, I think this whole region has basically revolted, but next up is Milan. I might stay here then, in fact, if the Spanish have dealt with our rebels for us. Appreciate that, Spain. So otherwise, we're just waiting. Which is quite boring, I must admit. And it does kind of suck that this is not going to be timed very well. He could also get an air because the timing's not very good. Okay, we can take monarch points. Okay, this is something we should do. So here, let's do settlers, do that, take the points, and then remove territory. We need those diplo points. Obviously, I need admin points as well. So basically, let's give him somewhere that's like 1%. I'll take papal influence. Take the points. Not worried about the military points at all. I'm actually going to save it. Because I'm going to kind of cap out here, and the best I could do with my military points is develop. You might be like, harsh treatment or whatever. Sure, but let's just wait. Because I'm going to cap out. Let's just wait to boost our legitimacy or something. I don't care that it's ever so slightly inefficient. It's also going to be inefficient to like develop manpower at this point, or whatever it is. 28,000. So who is this other guy? It must be his vassal. No, he's not. Almost there. In terms of the disaster spawning. Seems really tedious somehow, but there we go. Alrighty, I want another navy up and running that's sort of nice. Now I know some of these are not high upgraded fleet, but we can do that at any time. Let's make sure they're kind of uniform just for the purpose. So this has 29 transports. This has 36, so I built 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was 3 heavies. It's just 2 heavies. Alright, we kind of have 2 fleet up and running, and I obviously would like to build more heavy ships, but I just don't think it's a absolute priority right now. It's not what I'm going for. This guy's stopping my coring progress, so that's why I'm rushing up here. Coalition seems to be afraid of us despite this war that we're at, so that's cool. The war that we're involved in. Okay, I'm definitely going to hire Defender of the Faith if I am fighting that war against the Spanish. I mean, even defeating the Spanish, like, I think we're capable of it, don't get me wrong, but it will be a crazy war versus France and Spain and his allies, which don't seem to consist of much, which is good. Pretty pathetic allies apart from us. Oh, never mind. I want more heavy ships. Yeah, so you have to be at war, guys, for this to, Finally. Disaster, prockage. Okay. So I think your absolutism has to be above 60. But I'm actually going to help out the unrest in exchange for autonomy, because you get a lot of events which boost it, and it's going to be 54. We have to remember that, the beginning of year 54. So now that that's done, let's boost our stability back up and get out of this war. Uh-oh. God dang, absolutism changed. 99 will have to do us. So we're really overextended for now, but I'm sick of being inefficient. At least we're really ahead of... So the major reason that I'm overextending right now, guys, is because of this. I want to get my truce as short as possible with the Spanish, but it does cost a lot of overextension. But at least we're very efficient in spending our admin points right now. That's good. Okay. Any rebel faction that spawns is going to be massive in terms of size. So let's use our far ahead military points to kind of prevent rebel spawning just for now. Because our overextension is so high, I'm talking about. Alright. Australia is effectively done for us right now. So I was thinking about making colonies purely for the purposes of CBs, and I think I like that idea. Brunei seems really vulnerable to me. Yeah. Let's let that time out. So here, yearly absolutism or 5 admin efficiency. I think yearly absolutism is the way to go. It's going to help us just keep it up in general throughout this and afterwards and so on. Nice, so we gain 1 absolutism per year. That helps, for sure. See, this is what happens. The whole area of Thrace gets 40%. Oh my goodness. Spain's the only valid rival. You're scaring me, game. You're scaring me. I got a merchant from something. Australia, cool. Russia's an invalid rival. Alrighty. Russia's getting just smashed by everybody. Damn, dude. And that's not the Commonwealth that started that, but Ming did, I guess. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just jam a dude relations in Spain. He's friendly, you know. Just don't rival me, dude. Just don't rival me. Okay. Merchant, I kind of have to think about. Obviously, there's some cash to be had there. Oh, before I forget, let's go raid the stuff, and then protect trade in Genoa. Seems the most sensible place. Okay, so Ivory Coast, most of the wealth's coming there anyway. It looks like we could take most of the stuff in West Africa. West Africa is going to Sevilla. We could circumvent it by doing a guy here and here. That's interesting because we lose a lot of cash here because our influence is so low. So as we get more merchants, I'll definitely consider that. But if we train further, that increases our influence in Genoa. So I think training further at this stage is the smartest move. There's a ton of wealth here, so that's what we're going to do. I think that's the smartest move. 75 in Constantinople. Damn, dude. I think maybe the overextension makes that larger. Because, damn. That's a lot of particularists. So we're going to have to kind of group up to deal with them, I feel like. But I don't want 40. Well, We can... No, let's do this. Let's do this. We can decrease for absolutism later. There will still be autonomy remaining, and we can decrease for absolutism later. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind, guys, but I have to make sure 54 that our absolutism is above 60. I believe that's what it is. Leave the comments below, guys. How high does your absolutism have to be when the quarter country disaster ends? I think it's above 60. Could be 50 though. Air becomes Greek. No thank you. This is going to give us problems. Damn, dude. Production efficiency advisor, though. It's going to give us a lot of cash. And I'm going to... God dang it. I let those guys spawn? Felt like I had that on lockdown. So much to manage right now. I'm going to vassalize Ragusa, is what I'm going to do. Give us a little bit of wealth and whatnot. I should be raiding. This nation out of the blue taking over that region. Okay. Yeah, let's spend our military points harsh trading. I'm happy to do that. And I guess now I'm coring up everything. So I actually want to... Let's bring our navy up here. I want to declare on Mali. Okay, harsh treatment. This is scaring me, dude. These guys. Get out of here. We've lost one of our modifiers for reduced harsh treatment cost. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That sucks, dude. Ugh. Do I keep getting my absolutism down? I kind of think so. Look how frequent these events are. I kind of think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb for doing that, but I kind of think so. Spices increased. Sweet. Spice trade. We have some spices. It's going to help us. I mean, I think we do. We've got some islands, some areas around here. Yes, we have some spices. Feels good, man. Yeah, I'm going to drop a colony here to give me CB against Psy as well. That's what I want to do. In fact, let's do that right now. Because our truce with him should not be that high. Yep, I'm going to declare war on Mali, but I mean, we have 0 admin right now, so I'm not too worried about efficiency in that regard. Dude, I keep freaking returning my diplomat. I just want to maintain him. Stop it. It's like a natural impulse reaction. Just stop it. I want to maintain our relations as high as possible so that anything aggressive expansion or anything does not, you know, irritate him and becomes a problem. Okay, maintain. There you go. Got there eventually. Knights Particularists, holy crap. We could let the Knights Particularists spawn and win. Down in Cape and so on. Because they give a lot of provinces autonomy, which we can decrease. Otherwise, they might go away. We could do with an unrest negative advisor right now. I might try to kind of fish for one right now. We could really do with one. That will help us back up to 3 stability. Then before our ruler passes away. Dude, our ruler is so old, but it's a blessing, man. Because he's a beast. I have to go really slow right now, guys. I'm finding this to be quite tedious, but it is what it is. Pretty sure we can go raid all along this area. Okay. These guys are going down to fight Mali here in a second, who last time I looked had no allies. I hope that's still the case. Seems to be. Our war exhaustion has depleted. That's good. Spain's still friendly. Yeah, so we're kind of hoping for a miracle there, guys, where he doesn't have a... You guys get the point. He doesn't have an ear. But it's not only that he doesn't have an ear, it's that he doesn't actually get an ear. Okay, this one we should fight the rebels. So we're going to have some in Italy. This is rough, dude. This is rough. Okay, somewhere we had some soldiers. There they are. So they can fight these. These ones can go to Italy. Ah, it's almost entirely in Italy. Okay. Good. Kind of feeling like I should liberate those troops to go be more productive. In fact, forget raiding for now. I'm going to go do that. I just I'm struggling here. Got too much going on. I'm going to go ahead and take those guys over to West Africa and declare that war. Oh, geez, that's a big stack. I didn't realize some of these are not so large. I didn't realize it was such a large one here. Okay, no unrest advisor, but I don't know if we're going to be out of the overextended range, but we are about to drop below a certain tier. I think at 50% it affects your size of your rebels. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, in this situation, we're 1 year in, just over 1 year in to the Court and Country disaster. So these guys spawned in the Cape. I want to check how... Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it, guys. This hurts a lot. This hurts, but I am gonna accept the demands of the particularists. As you can see, it gives autonomy all over, and well, it's not all over, I don't think, but it's in a ton of provinces. And what that's going to allow me to do is actually increase autonomy. Now, I'm going to be doing this primarily in stable provinces, like Greek provinces, where we're stable. That's the idea. If I didn't have the overextension, maybe I have an unrest advisor or whatever. We can do this, hit that button, and yeah, hopefully not have too much consequence for doing that. But again, the advantage is anytime you hit this button, guys, based on the development of the province, it gives you absolutism. So the idea is both, whether it's when the disaster is about to finish or after the disaster, I want to really jam my absolutism. Like this one is 2.3 there, so that's the kind of a tactic that I'm going to utilize there, but it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. There's no hurry, though, to accept the demands of those particularists. Oh, I just kind of merged those, which I shouldn't be too over eager to do. Otherwise, guys, yeah, I'm heading over to West Africa here in a moment with the stack, and that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I do plan to fight a war at the same time while we do all of this with Mali. I'm not going to rival Spain. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned, guys, because this opportunity, it could come, and that's going to be, this war is going to be before this quarter country disaster ends. So it's going to be pretty sketchy. It's going to be pretty sketchy, but those rebels that I'm bringing over can help us fight. These rebels, we got a lot to do. This is pretty intense. I hope you guys are enjoying. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.